brains have become accustomed to filtering out most advertisements we see every day, until something breaks the pattern. Of late, Bengaluru started seeing random missing person posters on its streets. But the peculiar thing was, these posters weren't looking for people. They were looking for missing noses. It's so ridiculous that people couldn't help but look twice. And that's exactly where Razorpay's latest campaign gets interesting. Welcome back to Branding Breakdown. Today we're breaking down Razorpay's Naak Kat Gayi campaign, one that turned a very familiar Indian expression into a rather unfamiliar marketing experience. The campaign began in a cryptic and random way from Bengaluru with a very strange problem. Noses were going missing. Posters started popping up around the city, asking people to help find them. And these weren't generic posters either. One nose was last spotted before an investor demo, another around a board meeting, and yet another before a product launch. The more specific the posters got, the weirder the whole thing became. People started photographing them and wondering what is going on. Razorpay didn't immediately explain. Instead, it started reposting the sightings, joining the search, and asking Bengaluru to help find the missing noses. Then came the next clue. Razorpay began sharing CCTV-style sightings of the missing noses, framed like investigative snippets rather than traditional ads. And eventually, the joke started making sense. Because when a payment fails at the worst possible moment, a founder doesn't just lose a transaction, they lose face. Or in Hindi, unki naak kat gayi. And suddenly, the missing nose wasn't just a funny stunt. It was the entire product problem made visible. Literally. So, why did this bizarre marketing campaign of Razorpay work? Because missing nose isn't just funny, it's cognitively sticky. Think about every missing poster you've ever seen. Your brain knows the entire template. Then Razorpay changes just one aspect of it and it sticks out to you. That is the von Restorff effect. When something breaks an established pattern, it gets more attention and is more likely to be remembered. But attention alone doesn't make this campaign work. Razorpay added another layer to the idea, Naak Kat Gayi. It's an expression we've already understood. You've lost face. You've been embarrassed. But instead of just using the phrase in an ad, Razorpay manifested it into serious-looking posters. And that's where the cultural connect becomes powerful. Familiar idioms can influence how quickly we process and remember an ad, while concrete visual metaphors can make an abstract idea easier to understand and more memorable. So, Razorpay didn't have to explain what Naak Kat Gayi meant. The culture had already done that work. And that's what makes Naak Kat Gayi such a smart piece of marketing. It didn't start with a payment gateway. It started with a joke people understood, a mystery they wanted to solve, and a problem founders actually care about. The nose got people to look, the mystery got them to participate, and the cultural insight made the whole thing click. Because great marketing isn't always about making your product louder. Sometimes it's about finding a way to make the problem impossible to ignore. And Razorpay? They found a pretty funny way to make sure nobody lost face. That's it for this episode of Branding Breakdown. If you enjoyed the breakdown, leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the RoughCut Labs YouTube channel. Stay tuned with us for more ingenious marketing campaigns broken down for you.